Welcome back to R-TAC and Daughters and to the AR-15 Infinity Mag Saga. I was in Saga. Anyway, Saga. So we got our blue magazine. We got our red magazine. We got our, if you're a Tennessee fan, your orange magazine. We got the purple People Eater magazine. We got the original 30 round banana clip. And we got an older thermal mag. I mean, like older. This was the first polymer mag that I bought ever. So, and then we'll pull over here to the factory 20 round magazines from back in the day. This one being a Colt. Here's some newer 20 round magazines with a slight curve to them. And it's got the green follower in it. And let's see who they were made by. Focus. Well, it's made in USA. I really can't tell. So we're going to talk about AR-15 mags. And then we got the newer style mags here, the clear ones. A lot of people like those. ETS with the non-tilt followers. We got a second amendment, or Amendment 2 mags. Relatively new company. We got the sometimes great, not great Pro Mag magazines. This is a 40 rounder, and it is, of course, polymer. First polymer mag that I bought from them. Here's my original 40 round Pro Mag, and it is steel. And then this is an aluminum OIF mag with the new polymer Magpul anti-tilt mags. And let me tell you, if you own steel mags, plastic mags, if it doesn't have an anti-tilt in it, you need to replace it with these anti-tilt mags. Let me give you an example here. This doesn't have the anti-tilt mag in it, and it will do that. And then you gotta mess around with it. So anyway, even the factory 20 round magazines don't have it back in the day. Of course, they didn't think about that far back then. And then here's one of the green followers. Well, the last ones I updated. And of course, then again, they don't work all that well either. But these bad boys here do. These are from Magpul. You can get 3 of them for $7. And trust me, I'm in the middle of redoing my mags, or at least my steel GI mags and aluminum mags, with this new anti-tilt. Now, I end up putting as you can tell by this magazine follower, in this original green, OD green thermal mag. You know, they had the thing where they used to melt if you got them hot or something like that. I remember that back in the day. This one is, it's 25 years old. Never had a problem out of it. I did replace it with an anti-tilt follower from ETS. That is as you can tell by the yellow one here. ETS makes different color followers and magazine plates for easy identification. So I did that. I got one of each just to see how they were. These mags here, the only problem that I've had, you see this lip right here, where it goes into the magazine catch, into the AR, right there where it locks on. Anyway, this right here, if you have an extended or larger, or let's see how can we say this, a bigger diameter. Okay, here we go. A bigger diameter trigger housing. So these sometimes will not fit easily in. You just gotta slap it, and then it locks in. My AR-15, that is my DPMS, has a whole bunch of Strike Industries upgrades on it, and I call it Ice, and we'll do a review on it. It gets stuck in there, and I'll show you all when I do that review. You just got to smack it on the bottom, then it locks in. All the rest of these I don't have any problems with. But that's just on that. Now I got the extra large diameter trigger guard on it, so that's why it does it. Now I got the regular Strike Industries trigger guard on there, and it won't do it on the red one that I got, or on a green one, or the tan one that I have. But just on the over one, that's something to watch out for on magazines, especially with these. Other than that, I've had these ETS mags for about 2 years now. The other one I showed you in the other video, it's got the little clip here where you can actually take it, and you take this mag, and I'll probably have to do that again when I just do ETS mags by themselves, to lock it in, and then you got a double clock without having to have a brace or a piece of metal or a piece of polymer to hold the magazine, so you have a double mag held. That way you can swap out for quick reloads. Of course, you can see through these, see your round count. They also make, I'll do a special on just ETS mags, so we'll go into that. I don't want to go too heavily into this. I've had one loaded for over a year. Went out and shot it, no problem. Second Amendment magazine, or Amendment 2 magazines. Got a nice little Minuteman type deal right there, embossed in it. Made in USA. Got the 2 right there for the magazine plate, easy to, no problem. Had these for over a year. Loaded up. Matter of fact, it was this one. Fired fine. The 40 round Polymer Pro Mag, which it doesn't have an anti-tilt follower in it. No problems out of this. I actually took it out and it worked pretty well. I was surprised. Again, out of this Steel Pro Mag here, this 40 rounder. I'm trying to think if I have any problems out of it. I don't think so. I think it worked pretty well too. Let's see. 30 round magazine. Yeah. No problem since I put the new polymer anti-tilt in there. They also make Ranger base plates for them now, where it's got the little loop on there, so you can just pull them out of your chest rig. I've upgraded 3 of those like that as well. So I got a whole bunch of these OIF mags that I got to do. I'm not going to do that to my 20 round Colt mags because they're original, and I do World War II I do Vietnam reenactors and displays, so I want to keep the magazines for them pretty stock. They may get the anti-tilt followers in them, though. I don't see why I couldn't do that and just paint them black to keep them looking like that. These 20 rounds with the curves, they're going to get the anti-tilt with those two. And these have not been reliable. I don't know the maker on them. Right there it is. That was made, what, 5/17? I got 4 of these. 2 of them have been okay with no problems, and 2 of them have had issues. I believe that's because of the follower. So I'm going to change the followers in all of them and go from there, and then we'll do a video on changing those out. This thermal mag, like I said, this thing is 25 years old. One of the first, batches of original ones that came out is held up. I mean, it's got a little flex into it. But after 25 years, I think that's pretty damn good. I didn't bring no P-mags out because everybody's got P-mags, and we know what happens to P-mags. They're reliable till they get old, and then they start to spread out and crack right there in the back. Matter of fact, that one does have a crack in the back. See it? It's got a crack back there. Forgot about that. But again, it still works. It's still functional. I just don't keep it loaded all the time. So I use it as a range mag. So let's go to our yellow banana clip mag here. It does have the anti-tilt follower in it, and it's nice. I gotta get me a Chiquita banana sticker for it, for both sides of it. This was a bad one, where it came back in the box of DX stuff. So of course I grabbed it, free magazine. Replaced the spring, which I had extra springs, and used the Magpul anti-tilt follower in it. Works like a charm now. And that brings us to the new magazines, the Lancer polymers. Now I know, like, now here's something I do for safety reasons. If you have a 300 blackout, and I have a 300 blackout, I bought 6 red magazines, and then I converted some of my clear ETS mags with red followers. Those are specifically for 300 blackout. So I don't put my 300 blackout into my 223 or my 223 into my 300 blackout. So those are specifically red. But I bought this, and then I seen that they had the purple ones. Of course, I had to get some purple ones too, because you know I can't gotta have purple ones and orange ones and blue ones if I don't have infinity mags. I'll never have infinity. Well, I got all the infinity mags now. If they make a green one and a yellow one, I'll pick it up. They do make these translucent ones in clear, OD, foliage, and FDE. So you can get them in those colors. I hadn't seen one green like this. So anyway, we'll talk about these. They have their own anti-tilt followers in them. I've had these loaded up for a year. Great thing on these are reinforced metal clips. So you get the metal clips up here. And you don't have to worry about them spreading out. So longevity wise, we'll see. Like I said, I've had a couple of them loaded. I got a 300 blackout loaded, and I got a 223 loaded purple one for long-term storage, and they're approaching a year. So probably by spring of next year, I'll shoot them and see how they work out. But being loaded so far, it hasn't anything. You don't have to worry about these spreading out. They got pretty decent magazine bases. These are made by Lancer Tacticals. You can get the red ones on Gun Magazine Warehouse, same way with the purple ones. The purple ones, though, come with purple base plates. That almost look blue, but it's purple, trust me. And this is a darker blue. You can get these in teal or aquamarine, orange, and pink from another site. I think they're ATI mags or something like that. But they dye them on their own. They also do P-mags, too. They'll dye P-mags. And I got a blue P-mag, and I forgot to grab it for this. And one that I painted, and it's held up pretty well, too. So these are pretty good. These are the ones, my go-to mags once my P-mags wear out. I'll end up going to these Lancers next because they seem to be lasting longevity-wise pretty good. I've never had a problem with them feeding. I probably got about 600-700 rounds shot out of Lancer mags. I got about 300 rounds out of ETS. I got about 200 rounds out of these Amendment 2. And then, like I said, this one's being 25 years old, that old thermal mag. I got thousands of rounds shot out of it. These old GI mags, I got hundreds of rounds shot out of it. The two 40-round mags here, made by Pro Mag, they probably got about 300 rounds shot out of them total. These ones right here, I've never really shot these 20 rounds that are half moon. Never shot any live rounds out of them. Shot nothing but blanks out of them. Look at that. I still got dirt on it. Anyway, so here's the AR mags. I'm missing a couple. I'm pretty sure there's a couple more magazines that are out there that I haven't bought yet. But I got quite a few different types. I got some KCI. I got a 100-round drum KCI magazine. Now, I've only shot it once, and I didn't have any problems out of it. I also got a, well, let's see, that's the only KCI drum I have. They do make a, and I got like 6 or 7 P-mags that I keep loaded all the time for work purposes or Coast Guard deals or whatever like that. So there's hex mags out there. I forgot to grab a hex mag because I got those loaded too. They're more like these. They do spread out a little bit more. See, these got a little flex in them, which ain't too bad. Let's see, let's think about that. Look at that. That's how much flex that one's got in it. Let's see about this thermal mag. Hardly any in the thermal mag. The newer magazine seems to have more than that. And then on the Pro Mag here, it's got as much as the Amendment 2 if you squeeze it. But the good old thermal mag, look at that bad boy. I can squeeze it. Not as much. Hardly any movement in it. Harder plastic. different polymers, obviously, in this old thermal mag. So this bad boy keeps on ticking. So we'll use it. So here we go. We got our Infinity mag. So if you're a Marvel MCU fan, like I am, I'm a comic book nerd too sometimes. So we got our Infinity Gauntlet AR-15 mags. So this is just a fun little video, a little quick over about what type of AR-15 mags I use. We're going to get into Glock mags too. ETS right now has a good variety of magazines coming up. You just saw my red, white, and blue on them. They do an orange one. So that'd be the beginning of the Infinity mags for the Glock. They also make, they're going to release some SIG mags, some HK mags, Smith & Wesson M&P mags, and Shield mags, and a 40-round Glock mag. So when we get those, we'll do those too. I'll end up getting a couple of different more colors of these Lancer mags just because of variety. They're fun to have at the range. That way, our competitions, you can mark them on the bottom here, you know, enough to say, hey, that's yours. Of course, how many times are you going to go competition and who's going to have a blue mag like this, or who's going to have a red mag or an orange one? Who the hell's going to use that at a competition? Not a lot of people do that. So everybody likes to customize their stuff a little bit. Same way with ETS. That was the whole deal between them. One is you can see your followers better. Of course, they make these in green, orange, red, blue, yellow, of course. They come in silver. When you order one of these, it'll be a silver follower and a silver base plate lock like this. And these things are extremely easy to remove. So all you have to do is push down like that and then slide the top right over it and reinstall, clean your magazine out. Ease of maintenance, they got it. Reinforcement, right now, I think Lancer has that. It would be nice to see ETS, Lancer get up and have a magazine system together with this reinforcement, metal reinforcement, and ETS mags. I think that would be great. These are definitely robust, and throwing them up with, and they don't break. These right here, the Lancer mags are not bad either. Take the best from both and put them together. That'd be the ultimate AR mag to me. Like I said, I'm missing the Hex mag. I've had those. Those are my primary ones, along with my P mags. They're both loaded, and they've been loaded for over a year, and I've shot them both before. I've had test magazines. So, and then I'm surprised with these Pro mags that they've worked so well. You know, you never know about Pro mags. You always get a 50-50 chance with those bad boys. I got a 1911 Pro mag that's the extended 10 round. Never had no problem with it working. I got a 7-round factory 7-round mag, Pro mag for 1911. It just nosedives constantly. Sent it back and they replaced it. I've got some SIG Pro mags for the P320. I had 2 of them where the body thickness would not let the trigger return after you fired the gun. It wouldn't return. It wouldn't let the trigger travel forward. Took the guts out of it, stuck the guts into a SIG magazine body, no problem. Took the SIG magazine gut, stuck it into that Pro mag, nope. It still had the same problem. I ended up sending the mag back, and they sent me another one, and never had no problem with it. But I've had 2 of those. I had actually 2 of them back. So I had 2 of them that I had issues with, and the other 2 I had worked fine. Of course, again, with the SIG mags, you got to worry about the base plates, because if you're shooting the X frame or the X grip versus that, I shoot the X grip on mine. So that's a whole nother story. So anyway, so here's your AR-15 mags, and we'll get in a little in-depth about the Glock mags coming up, and I'll have to do one on the Lancers, and I'll do a specific one just on ETS mags, so you know. Mainly the stars of this one was the Lancer mags and the old Pro mags, and the thermal mag here. It's the oldest, very first polymer magazine I bought. Didn't think I was going to like it. Didn't think it was worth a crap. And 25 years later, the damn thing's still here and it still works. So, polymer mags are here to stay. No doubt about that. Glock made that true. And then thermal mag, I guess they was the opening people that did it with the polymer mag. So yeah, these polymer mags are great ideas. Of course, they're mainly for the soldiers because, and SWAT teams and things of that nature because of the lightweight. I mean, you got one of these steel mags here. This 20-round steel mag weighs just as much as this 30-round aluminum mag. This 40-round here weighs 3 times as much as that 20-round. Of course, that. But here you got another 40-round magazine that weighs almost slightly a little bit more than the 30-round P mag. And so with polymers, now, you know, we got those D60 mags coming out, the Surefire. I don't like that Surefire magazine system, so I'm not going to do that. I might get the D50 rounder from PMag. I know ProMag and KCI are making a 60-round magazine for the AR, and we'll do that. And then I'll do the 100-round drum magazine by itself from KCI. So anyway, if you got any of these mags and you've had any problems or any, or if you had good luck, let us know in the comments. Because I like to know how everybody else has been testing these things. If you got any old thermal mags left around, let me know. Are they still working for you? Or did I just get lucky on this one? Now, if you got pro mags that work, am I lucky or is this something common? If you still like using the aluminum GI mags, let me know. I like those too. Right now, I don't have a problem with using any of these. So if you have problems, let us know. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate thumbs up. We appreciate you following us, and we'll bring you some more content. Of course, you know, as a YouTube influencer, which really, you know, we're not sponsored by anyone. We don't edit our videos, so you see everything the way we done it. So nothing's hidden from you. We make mistakes. I get tongue-tied a lot. That's just the way we are. We're honest folks. And then one of these days I'll get Victoria and Jessica to do some magazine reviews. Of course, they'll probably want to do the Lancer teal, blue, and pink ones. I know how they think. They're girls. So anyway, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe us on Facebook and Instagram, and we'll catch you guys next time.